Hi everybody, this is Brendan from Lemplates, and in this video I'm going to walk you through how to use Coda templates for SOPs, how teams actually build processes inside Coda, what works well, and where it can start to feel heavy as things scale. At the core, Coda is built around one simple idea: docs and apps. Here we've got an example SOP. So instead of thinking of a document as something you read, Coda treats it as something you actually run. Your SOP isn't just instructions, it's a workspace. That means text sit next to live tables. Tables behave like databases. Buttons can actually trigger actions, and views change based on your logic. For SOPs, this is powerful. You're not just telling people what to do, you're building the process directly into the document. This is why many teams choose Coda for operational work instead of traditional docs. So let's create a new Coda doc. I'll go to Home. I'm in my workspace and I will press Create Doc. Let's give it a title. Here we go. Risk Assessment. Now, instead of starting from a blank page, let's import a template. Go to Insert, Templates, and Explore. Engineering. Here we go. Fantastic. So in Coda, tables are your actual backbone. Each row becomes a step, a task, or a checkpoint. You can add or alter the step names. You can add or alter owners. You've got status fields that you can add or alter. You can add notes. You can even add dates in columns. Also, if you go between tables, you can enter a row of text to give a clearer description. And then if you want, add another tables underneath. This works really well when SOPs need visibility and tracking, but it also means you're designing structure, not just writing guidance. And this is where Coda really stands out. You can add interactive elements like buttons to mark steps or complete, status drop-downs, even conditional formatting or filtered views for different roles. For example, you could also add one button, and by clicking it, you can update multiple fields at once. For SOPs, this can feel very powerful, especially for teams that want processes to actively guide work. But the trade-off is complexity. As your SOPs grow, you're no longer just documenting work, you're maintaining logic. Coda's biggest strength definitely is its flexibility. You can shape one SOP to different teams or different roles, different workflows, and even different levels of detail. But flexibility cuts both ways. For example, two people can build two very different SOPs using the same tool, which can make consistency harder across an organization. For context, this is how we do this in Lemplates, which is the tool we use ourselves. Okay. In Lemplates, the philosophy is simpler. Instead of turning documents into apps, the focus is on clean, repeatable SOP templates. What they give you is clear step by step execution. So there's minimal setup and fewer decisions. You spend more time documenting how your work actually gets done and less time configuring the system around it. So Coda is a very strong choice if you want interactive system style SOPs. Also, if your team is comfortable building structure and logic. And finally, if your SOPs need live tracking and actions. But if your goal is speed, consistency, and repeatable execution, a focused SOP tool can be a better fit. If you want to see this approach in full, Lemplates is linked below.